Hey YouTube, it's Annabelle. So I wanted to do my daughter's 2-year update. Now I don't remember the last official update that I did on her. I've done several teaching our toddler videos kind of as updates of how she's doing or what we're going to be working on and things like that. But I wanted to do an update so that way I have it for myself also, so we kind of remember where she's at and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so we had her appointment, her 2-year appointment on her birthday, so that was exciting. And she was 35 inches tall and she weighed 28 pounds. And the doctor said that she's on her way to being average height. My doctor was talking about how usually they're at 50% of their adult height by age 2. So since she was 35 inches, she will be around 70 inches tall as an adult. She is in 3T clothes, tops and bottoms. Some of the bottoms are a bit big because she's not in diapers anymore. So the waists tend to be a little bit big for her. But she is in size 6 to 7 shoes. And as for eating, she's a great eater. We haven't had very many problems with her eating. She does not like to try new foods or foods that look strange. But we do have her on vitamins, and we talked to our doctor about it quite a while ago. Since she was having issues with milk and things, we do have her on vitamins daily. And her favorite foods are yogurt, cheese, and fruit. We have those very often. Those are her favorite things. Her favorite fruit would be oranges. She loves oranges, and she also likes dried apple chips that we make for her. For sleeping, she is a great sleeper. We've had some trouble with her sleeping here in the last probably month. It was about a month ago we had some issues with her going to sleep. But we just kind of tweaked her bedtime routine and switched her book reading time to right before she goes to sleep. We were reading a book and then doing her bedtime routine, and we just switched her book to reading to her in bed and then doing lights out after that. So that has worked out awesome. So we kind of fixed that problem. But she is in her big bed and she is doing great. There was no looking back at her crib, so that has been awesome. She does not get out of bed at night, so that is great. She actually waits until we go in there in the morning to get out of bed, so that is just fabulous. We've had no trouble with her getting out of bed or anything like that, so that has been awesome. She is mostly potty trained. We still put her in a diaper at night because she still gets a drink at night, so she will wake up a little bit damp in the morning. It's nothing like a full diaper or anything like that. It's more of just a dribble. And to avoid changing bedding and sheets and washing all that stuff, we just stick her in one of her cloth diapers for nighttime. But otherwise, she has been dry all day, hasn't had an accident forever. I can't even remember the last time that she had an accident. I used to track her potty training on our calendar, and I have not done that since November. So she has been doing awesome with potty training. She now will go on her own. She will go into the bathroom, put her potty seat on the toilet. We have a little hippo step stool that she puts right next to the toilet, and she pulls her pants down, climbs up there and goes, and she'll yell for us when she's done. Every once in a while she forgets to wipe, but it's just a simple reminder, just asking her if she wiped, and then she's like, oh, she'll wipe, she'll flush. The only thing that we're having trouble with is her getting her pants on the correct way. Sometimes she puts them on backwards, or tries to put her feet through the same leg hole or things like that. But other than that, she's going on her own, and it's just fabulous. Again, the only times that she's like having an accident or anything like that is overnight or right away in the morning. And again, I said she's still getting a drink at night, and therefore a little bit she wasn't drinking her water at night, but she has started doing that again here in the last couple weeks. She started getting thirsty in the middle of the night, so then she's drinking her water. And we do spout cups now. We don't do the straw cups or sippy cups or anything like that. We do the ones that just have the little spout on them. And so as soon as she goes back to not drinking at night anymore, then we won't do water at night. And then I'm sure that will resolve any of the accident typed like dribbling things. And it's just a dribble. She's not like super soaked or wetting like heavily or anything at night. But yeah, so that has just gone completely awesome. My only fears with potty training is that when we moved her into her big bed, she had regression with potty training. And from what my friends have told me and stuff about even kids who are 4 and 5, when they get a new sibling, that they've had potty training regression. So I'm hoping that we've been good long enough that we won't have any like backtracking once baby number 2 comes here in the next month. So that's another thing that we've been doing, is we've been preparing her to be an older sibling. I did a video on how we're preparing her, so you can look back for that if you want to watch that. But yes, so preparing for a little brother or a little sister, and I talk all about that in that video. As for favorites, her favorite color is pink. If she has a choice of the color of something, she always picks pink. Her favorite candy is Twizzlers. And her favorite things are Elmo and Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. And her favorite movie is Toy Story. We watch it at least once, if not multiple times a day. She loves spaghetti. She will stuff herself full of spaghetti. Like, I can't even believe how much spaghetti she eats. But she just loves spaghetti. She loves books. She's just started to love blankets and cuddling. And of course, her favorite thing in the entire world is her daddy. She loves her daddy. Let's see, for learning, where we're at on learning, she knows most of her colors, and I just got this out to show. This is one of the things that we use for colors. And the only ones that she is having trouble with identifying 100% of the time is brown and black, and then we have another learning tool that has gray on it. When she's talking about something, she might say black instead of brown, but those 3 colors are the only ones that she like mistakens or gets confused. So, but otherwise she knows all of her colors, and it's just those 3 that she has some trouble with. She doesn't say like light green or dark green, and she doesn't know like all the harder colors like maroon or like teal or things like that. She'll say red for maroon, and she'll either say blue or green for teal and that kind of things. So that's just like kind of detail stuff that we'll be working on like this next year. Shapes, she knows all of her common shapes, and this is one of the things that we use for shapes. So she knows all of these shapes. She does not know her, I call them the agon shapes. She doesn't know like pentagon, hexagon, heptagon, octagon, nonagon, all of those. And she doesn't know like rhombus or trapezoid or things like that. She just knows her basic shapes. And we'll be working on, again, those like hard ones in the next years to come. For counting, she can count to 12. We have this little clock that we kind of say the numbers around. So she can count to 12. We have her count to 10 most often. Like every night before she goes to sleep, we count to 10 before we shut the lights off. And so I wanted to show this. This is one of our learning tools that we use for counting. The only thing I don't like about this is the staggering. I wish it went straight across, but it works. So we use things like this to be like, where's the number 8? Where's the number 4? And things like that, and have her picking it out. We are working on like how many. So she takes 2 gummy vitamins in the morning. So every morning I'll kind of try to trick her, and I'll put 3 in my hand and I'll say how many, or I'll put 1 in my hand and say how many, or I'll put 2 in my hand and say how many, and up to 5. And then I have her pick out 2 of them. So I have her tell me how many I have, and then have her pick out 2. So if I only have 1 in my hand, then she has to ask for another one to have 2. And so I just have her just count things. And again, we're just doing 1 to 5 right now at this time. But we're going to be working more with numbers and things this next year as well. For letters, she can identify 75% of her letters at any given time. She sometimes, she has the most trouble with W. And I don't know what it is about the W, but she has a really hard time with W. But otherwise, this is one of the learning tools that we have for letters. So she can say all of the letters, and she can say all of the sounds that they make. And we do the same thing that we do the numbers with the numbers. We say which letter is this, or what letter is that, or if there's a sign or something, we ask her what letters they are. And on my shirts, if my shirts have some sort of print on them, we'll ask her what letters they are. And so she will tell us what letter it is. But if we sit down and we go through all the letters, she can get 75% of them without having any kind of help. And so one of the things that we do with this is, and the one thing that I don't like is that the picture with the letter is not what starts with that letter. This is a C and there's Piglet on it. Another thing that I do with these is Piglet is on a couple of these. I will say, what letter is Piglet by? So she'll find Piglet, and then she'll tell me what letter is by Piglet. And then she'll find another Piglet and find what letter is by Piglet. So we just do like little simple games like that for letters. We're going to be working on, well, we are right now, and we will be this next year, is working on lowercase letters. She loves animals, absolutely loves animals, and can pair the animal sound with what the animal is. She has mastered her body parts. She has had that mastered for quite some time. This next year we are going to be working on more detailed kind of stuff, like that where her heart is, and that you have bones under your skin and things like that. And some people think that I'm crazy, but she just picks up on stuff so fast. She can tell me what hurts or where she hurts or if she's sick, so that's awesome. We're working on opposites like hot and cold and up and down and left and right and things like that. She is just such a polite girl too. So we're working on manners. We're also working on sentences. She can put 3 to 4 word sentences together now, so that is awesome. And we're working on making choices, and the task things that we are working on is morning routine, Meals, we're working on like not making a mess, using your utensils, and like helping more with cooking. We have a kitchen helper or a learning tower, whatever you want to call it, for her helping with cooking. Bathroom tasks, she washes her hands and everything, and again we're working on just which way to put your pants on and pulling them up and things. Picking up her toys, putting things where they belong, being respectful to property, and we're working on bedtime routine, like what do we do next, what do we do next, kind of like a step, kind of ordered kind of thing. She can wash her face, she can wipe her hands off, and she can wipe off a surface if something needs to be cleaned up. She will go get a towel or cloth to wipe it up. But yeah, she's really interested in what is this, what is that, what is that, how does it work, what can I do with it, and she's just such a little helper. And I will have videos in the future on what we're going to be working on this next year. I know we're going to be working on the things that I mentioned as I went along on my little list here of things that we're working on. But I will have another video on what I'm planning for like teaching stuff for this next year. And also I will do videos on my learning tools that I have chosen. I've gotten a ton of learning tools. We got several for her birthday, so that was awesome. And I will show those in upcoming videos as to what I am using to teach her the next things. But she's just like such a little individual now. And it's so crazy how this last year she went from like baby babbles and like baby food to being in her big bed, using the big potty, and just discovering this big huge world that is like around her. And with her like talking now, she can tell me what she wants, and she can tell me what's going on, and if she sees something, and it's so fascinating to watch her eyes light up and be like, oh, what is that? Or where did that go? Or who's coming to play with us today? And things like that. Because we do play dates, and she loves being around other people, and she's just growing up so fast. And I'm just so excited to see how she's going to do as an older sibling. Again, baby number 2 is due in the next month. So that is very exciting. So we're going to get to see how she will react to being a big sister. So we have lots of exciting things happening this year, and I will try to keep you guys updated again along the way. But yes, so anyways, or any questions or comments or anything like that, please leave them below. Otherwise, I will have another update on her. Hopefully in the next few months, I will have a like teaching plan and things all done, and know like exactly like have a list of exactly what we're going to be working on and things like that. I have kind of a short list, and I'm just kind of seeing where she's at right now, and once I'm done doing that, and plus with all of the new baby stuff, once we get kind of settled in, I will do another update for you guys. But yes, anyways, you all have a wonderful evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.